Hello everyone, and a big thank you to everyone that did subscribe to my channel. The helicopter community in X-Plane is tiny compared to the airplane flight community, so getting 50 plus subscribers is great, and so a big thank you to everyone that did subscribe. Well, you can see we're here today with the new Orbx scenery, Fairoaks Airport for X-Plane. And we're in the Cabri helicopter, my favourite little helicopter at the moment. And the first thing really is just how good the grass textures are on this. For us helicopter pilots, getting closer to the ground and having a really defined texture like this, it just makes life very, very easy. But the real thing is that it's the variation in the textures that have quite surprised me in this airport they've done. We're coming around here, going to fly down the side. Oh, quick note here, just when I zoomed in, the collective goes up and down with his arm. Now, everyone knows from my last videos my collective's playing up hall sensors going up and down, and it's the first time I'd ever noticed that his arm was actually moving. So don't think the cyclic moves, just the collective. So look, we have some great detail there. We've got a couple of guys working on a little Cessna aircraft. The tower, we've got people down the bottom there, yellow jacket, near the petrol station. I always find it a bit strange that all the towers seem to have computers in them, but they never have people in them. And that's not Orbx scenery alone, but I'm not sure I've ever seen scenery with actual people in. So there's a great view just over the back part of the airfield, and it does have a rather strange T-cum little hourglass bit there on the grass. Now, I'm not sure if that's for hover practice or for landing or whatever, but it's the one thing on this that just looks slightly out of place. It doesn't blend in the way that everything else has. So one of the things you notice here is, look at the traffic in the background just around the middle of the helicopter there. Everything is getting so good. You know, another year or so, and the way they're blending in the auto-gen and the colours there of each field. The palettes they're using look great, and the variation on the ground, the type of shrubland, we've got dark greens and browns and light colours, all look really good, and it shows itself off here, you know, as we're flying along. Wonderful. Now, if you go to the Orbx site, they've actually written a little bit up on it, and it says, set in the beautiful English countryside of Surrey, we have captured the amazing surroundings with on-site photography and excellent photoreal imagery. Every fine detail has been captured, from the airport buildings to the Mclaren Technology Centre, a stunning modern architectural building affectionately nicknamed Dolly's Farm for the piece of land upon which the airport was built back in 1931. Well, that's their wording, and if you go to the site and have a look around, they've got some great stills, but just have a look at the textures there. This is something different. I think for me as a helicopter pilot, and as much as I love Shoreham, and I really do, look what they've done here. This is pure artistry in my mind. We've got the dark browns over the back there of the darker areas. There's lighter areas, sandy, the paths, everything has been incorporated in. Now, I've not gone into Google Maps, I only got this morning, and I've not gone into Google Maps and sort of looked at it from above, but it looks great. And in the distance there, that's the Mclaren Technology Centre, so we'll pop down and have a look inside there. It's got a lake outside. I've seen pictures of it, I've never been there. And as we come in here, look at that variation again on the grass. Nothing is sort of flat and even. They've managed to get in such a good variation of textures. Now, as we come in here, my Avitab's playing up. The Avitab's playing up a bit because I did have a bad broadband connection day when I did this. I managed to cut through the broadband wire. It's one of those flat ones that you can put under the carpet, and I wrapped it around the house and it goes out through a window. And this window that should never be open or shut, I did open and shut, and managed to cut one of the wires, so fixed it quickly and managed to get up and go. But again, not sure if this is part of the technology centre, but obviously close by. Take a look at the roundabout there. Autogen cars going round, and that road in the distance there. Yeah, it's approaching realism. It really is good. Now you can see my Avitab just isn't keeping up. I don't think the red means anything apart from the fact that it can't download the data fast enough to keep up with the flight. But again, some really great textures coming up here. There's the airfield back over on the left hand side. Just going over the local golf field or golf club. Very realistic looking in my eyes. And we're head over back towards the airfield. And here's the main runway, and we'll come down here, and again, great textures for the concrete. Edge of the runway looks like it's been mowed. Then you've got the heavier grass just on each side of that. Really good. And there again, trying to practice my Avitab, which has now started working, keeping the old little dot in the centre as per my previous video. Trying to keep the hovering straight line, keep it good. Slightly askew there. And then on the left hand side there's this old building with a couple of crates there, and we'll drop down and have a look at that. And I can only take it that it is actually there, but either somebody's building an old aeroplane or something like it, or there's definitely something going on there. And as they say in their blurb, it was photographed. The detail is correct, so I take it there is somebody working on an old aircraft over in the distance. So we come round back to the main buildings here. Great scenery, left hand side there. Great textures for any of the taxiways, as they would be called. And then what we do, we just come around here and pop it down on this pad here. This is not a great review, it was just a fly around because I got it today and it just looks so good. So once again, thank you for watching, I do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. I make these videos for fun and I get a great deal of enjoyment out of doing it. And they're not serious. People do much better serious videos than what I will ever do. But I do get a great deal of enjoyment from doing them. So thanks again, and maybe press that subscribe button and have a great week.